we are getting set for another match in the Team Anarchy tournament. We are up to match numero 3, because I don't feel like saying any more Spanish. It's Scott Mantz and Sean Gerber, known as Team SEB'S. I believe, I'm trying to remember where I heard this from, but I believe it's something to do with La La Land. I think it had something to do with that, according to my knowledge. And then we have Mark Andreyko versus Jeff Sneider, which are being affectionately called the Odd Couple. And odd they sure are. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this match now, today, on JTH Reacts to the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Out of time, so say goodbye. What is yours now is mine, and I dream broken dreams. I make them come true. I make them for you.
And welcome back. Okay, so Andreyko Sneider versus Mantz and Gerber. I have been on record. I said this on the Take 3 Summit this week, which I actually don't think ever got posted for whatever reasons I'm not aware of. But just to kind of recap what I said in that video about what I thought about this match. Yeah, I think this match is going to be very, very ugly. I've got Andreyko and Sneider winning by knockout. It's nothing against Scott and Sean. Like, I think I like the chemistry. I really like their personalities. I think they'll do well together in that department. I just think that Andreyko and Sneider are just going to be completely motivated and determined to kick all sorts of ass in this tournament. Simply because I think they both got major chips on their shoulder. Like Jeff Sneider, obviously, he was pretty much called out by players and fans alike. He was basically called a quitter and a phony. He phoned it in against Bibiani. Whether people fully agreed with that or not, the fact is he quit. He quit during the match, and a lot of people did not take that too kindly. And I think he's coming back with a extreme determination and motivation to prove some people wrong, that he is still very much committed to Schmoedown. And Mark Andreyko was literally one letter away from Bud to Bub from being the movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world. So yeah, needless to say, I think these guys both got some major chips on their shoulders to try to get back on the winning end of the win-loss column. And unfortunately, I think Scott Mantz and Sean Gerber will be the unfortunate sacrificial lambs on this. I'm hoping for a good match, but when Mark and Jeff are 100% committed and motivated to play, there are very few people that I think can touch them. And there's very few people that I think have the movie knowledge firepower to keep up with them. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully this match is closer than I'm giving it credit for. But that said, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this match in 3, 2, and 1. Dastardly Andrew Guy. Hey, that guy looks familiar. I think he's on a profile pic that I'm on.
In a #1 contender match, and I'm going to have the SWAT team there for them.
SWAT team. Jason Justice Inman, and he's nowhere to be found in that picture. Hey, that guy's famous.
You're a loser because you fuckers got lucky the first time around between us. Now play us knowledge versus knowledge. You ain't never played a guy like me, so when the time comes, you ain't gonna be able to step up.
I'm gonna kick your ass, I'll make everyone forget about you, and then I'm coming for the beast.
September 25th, also known as Tuesday.
First manager ball, the golden mine.
We get to see this again. We can see the big Mark Andreyko reveal. What? I already said that, Christian. Ah.
Oh, wow. Mark,
What happened? Are you drunk or something? So you don't want to win?
Oh, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna destroy you guys.
and your
Who's got an Andreyko match?
Like, I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
Tom, enough. I've heard enough. You just dug your own grave there, man. I know what's been going on. You think I'm a reporter just with sources in Hollywood? I have sources within the Schmoedown, and they've been telling me that you've been doing stuff behind my back. If that's how you're going to be with the Lions Den and with the Patriots, I don't know that I can be a part of it anymore.
In the team tournament, the Ultimate Schmoedown Team Tournament 2018, the theme is Anarchy.
Anarchy.
We're going to take competitors' names from a hat, draw them at random,
Now we
and
get to see
pair
this
them
every
up.
single time.
The Sneider, Jeff Sneider, the former champion.
Yes. A man I've never faced on the table.
Well, you might have the opportunity to. His partner, Mark Andreyko.
Yes! 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 French turn foes. Well, that's ridiculous. It couldn't be Superman. Well, that was fitting.
So Scott Mantz,
What do you got?
Sean Gerber.
You lost your wheel slice.
I'll get it back. I'm not worried about. I'll get the wheel slice back because you know what? Movie release dates are still my thing. They always will be. I don't need to have my face on a wheel slice to prove that.
Team SEB'S.
We're not afraid of anybody in this league. We are here for the competition. We are here to be champions.
I don't got muscles like Mr. Mantz. You should probably watch what I say about Mantz's team. He might break me in half. He'd go Bane on my Batman. That was a great match to movie release dates. That was terrible. Hello, Mark. Hello, Christian. The gang's all here.
Round one continues, and man, what a match we have here. We've got Team SEB'S. What is that, Mark? That Team SEB'S? That's
SEB'S.
from La La Land. SEB'S. SEB'S is from La La Land, and it is Sean Gerber and the Mantz man, Scott Mantz, going up against the odd couple, Mark, the android Andreyko, and his former stablemate in the Lion's Den, Jeff, the Sneider Sneider.
Honestly, I don't think there's going to be any bad blood between Mark and Jeff. I mean, I don't think there was any animosity. I mean, especially considering, you know, they're both out of the Lion's Den now, so it's not like, why would you have any bad blood about what happened there?
Scott Mantz, like Ryan
You
Gosling
both
saved
left.
Jazz. Can he save Team SEB'S?
I think
from
that's
just
getting a little
Well,
overdone.
It's gonna be. I mean, there's so much history with all of it because you look at Mark Andreyko, Jeff Sneider, and Scott Mantz, all legends of the game. Mark Andreyko was one actor away from being the movie trivia Schmoedown champion. Jeff
It was
Sneider
Scott
was
Conn.
the longest
Conn!
games of all time with his
Yeah, I saw that one.
and
I
Scott
saw that one get
Mantz is
posted.
an
Gotta show the
absolute
muscles
champion.
again.
His legendary
Come
match
on,
with
you
Roca,
guys.
his match this year with
Stop
Ben
making me
Davis.
look physically
Sean Gerber is
inferior
look-
to
Sean
Scott
Gerber's walking
Mantz.
in here like, okay, well,
I know
what the
I'm
hell
weak,
do I-
but
what
come
am I doing
on.
here? He's got to prove himself. He wants to prove himself. Did well in the free-for-all, and has had a decent record at 1-1 in the team division this year.
Well, that's the real question.
I
here, because we
already
know that
feel,
Jeff
you know,
Sneider, and say what you
trivia
want about him
impaired.
personally, he's
Don't
very
make
good
me
at playing
feel
with another
physically
teammate,
impaired,
as you mentioned,
too.
He proved with the Patriots. With Team SEB'S, on the other hand, Scott Mantz is a guy who shines brightest perhaps when he's by himself. I know him and Inman had a great run, but sometimes one of them would jump in too early. They didn't consult each other a lot of times. Chemistry could be an issue here because Sean Gerber, like you said, coming in, is he going to adapt to Scott Mantz's kind of wild Billy the Kid style of answering questions?
Well, the chemistry also is a big thing to the odd couple because Sneider and Andreyko were in the Lions Den together for about a year. And then you had that Emma Fyfe stole Andreyko away at last year's Spectacular. And now how are they going to interact? Because Snyder's no longer with the Lions Den. He's off on his own. But enter Roxy Stryer, who is the first lady manager we ever had in the Schmoedown, and she had that run, and because of what happened with Kalinowski,
me
she
off
was also
again.
what was she going to do? Well, she is managing this team, and it's going to be
Give me your autograph. Still flipping me off. Come on, yes, that. My poster's up there. It's in between a book cover so that doesn't get any dust or doesn't get crumpled up.
Roxy Strider here with the odd couple, and an odd couple they sure are, but that's not a bad thing. I've got one of the best single players of all time in Mark Andreyko, and everybody knows Sneider kills it with the teammate. Now getting them on the same page has been a little bit of a job for me, but I think we're doing well. We've got a mutual respect, right boys?
Sure. Yes.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Schmoedown. Mantz is back, still reeling from my almost victory over Ben Bateman. That was the greatest match in Schmoedown history, and I lost, and I can still say that, but that's okay, because I'm back in the teams. Jason Inman is not with me, Team Trek forever, but with me I have Sean Gerber. Welcome, buddy. You and me, we are a rookie team.
We are a rookie team, but everybody's a rookie team in this tournament. So as far as I'm concerned, there is no home field advantage. There are no favorites. I know we're going up against a team that everybody thinks is going to beat us, but we are going to bust everybody's bracket today.
Oh, I was pumped to be paired with Mark the Android Andreyko, because he knows his stuff. You guys saw what happened to me when I got 70s in the Bibiani match. Andreyko knows his 70s. He knows his comic book movies. He's got all my weaknesses covered, so I think we're going to be a great team. Odd or not, this couple is going places.
As a rookie in the league, I got to kind of hand it to Mike Kalinowski. Not that I like doing it, but Anarchy worked out great for me. I'm standing next to a legend. I'll be sitting next to him in this tournament. That's why I feel good about it. You have a match right now with Mantz, Andreyko, Sneider, three of the best ever to do it in the Schmoedown. One of these things is not like the other, and that's me, but I earned my spot today.
You earned your spot, and we are going to earn our spot by winning today's match. Just you wait.
I look at us being on the Lions Den before, and now everybody has a starter marriage. You get the practice one out of the way.
And everyone has a divorce. And is that true?
You know, this is the first round in this brand new Schmoedown tournament, and we're going to go to the next round. We're going to go to the next round, starting with Andreyko and Sneider. We are coming for you, and we are going all the way to the top.
Here we come.
Scott Mantz, I know we're about to host an award show together on Collider, but trust me, after this match in this tournament, it's going to be FY. See ya later.
Well, look, it's pretty much exactly what we thought. You have Mantz with the big energy, and then you have Sean Gerber, who's going to have to do what Inman did, because what Inman did was get Mantz calm, was to get him focused, because if he's all over the place, then he's too scattered and he can't lock in. If he can lock in the way he did against John Roca in the first match or against Ben Bateman this year, that's a dangerous Mantz, but you have to see which Mantz you're going to get. Roxy Strider, on the other hand, holding together the odd couple of Andreyko and Sneider, because remember, when Andreyko was announced as Sneider's teammate, Sneider screamed in the background, yes, he was ready for this. It's Andreyko who's like, okay, what is Sneider going to do here? What kind of Sneider am I getting? We're going to find out.
Yeah, but we've seen both them, both individually and as part of teams. Once they get under the spotlight, all that stuff is put away, and they're able to just focus on the match at hand. Can Team SEB'S do the same thing? This is going to be a really tough match for them to win. I'm not doubting they have the talent, but will they show the ability under the white-hot spotlight of the Anarchy tournament?
Well, Sneider needs it because he's coming off of 3 straight losses. You know, he wants to get his first victory.
Again, interesting to see what the strengths are listed for each team.
He's got to spin it around in this match. All right, tail of the tape. You've got the odd couple, musicals, Fincher movies. Wonder if that'll be on the
We obviously know whose strength that is. I wonder how much
trying to get along. And then you have
Sneider actually incorporated with that.
La La
La Land, movie release dates, La La Land. I don't know how much that's going to help you in the actual match.
Oh, that's right, Ben Bateman. So then
yeah.
Their 4th strength would be comic book movies.
Okay.
All right, so now we are getting ready to get going. Mark, are you ready to go?
Oh, yeah, I'm born ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for
Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Here's to a good match. Let's hope.
Introducing first, making their Schmoedown team debut, Sean Gerber and the Mantz Man, Scott Mantz, SEB'S.
And here they come, Mantz holding the curtain for Gerber.
Interesting, first time we've seen Mantz in a team match since Team Trek
Team Trek no longer a thing.
Oh,
Gerber
Team
from
Trek no
Superhero
longer a
News,
thing.
and they're very well choreographed intro, and Gerber
Bites dust.
brightly as Scott Mantz just twirls and shimmies and just
Bites
wins the Heart of
dust.
America all over again.
All right, Scott,
There's
focus.
no team left.
You know me too well, don't you?
And their opponents, being led to the ring by Roxy Stryer, making their team debut, the former team champion, the Insider, Jeff Sneider, and Mark.
Oh, I could listen to music like this all day, any day, every day,
What is that?
even today.
Look at Sneider. Snyder's Felix like that. Roxy Stryer manages to Sneider doing a little dance of his own here, and he might even be out dancing.
Snyder's dancing, I'm dancing, you're dancing.
He's got some Batman
Well, maybe
socks,
you're not
he's
doing
got
it in front of
a
people, but
Kappa
you know,
Hey,
who
you know
cares?
what?
pullover
Here's
on.
to the fools who dream.
Nice. All right.
And the fools like you, Scott.
Oh, there's that.
Y'all were waiting for it, so
There he is.
I'll give it to you. Even though my bracket's not ruined yet.
Last time Sneider and Mantz
That's gonna
played.
cost you, Snyder.
Remember, last time they played, it was for the team championship.
Round one again,
Round
sponsored
number
by
one.
Joshua
All right, Mark,
Kuga,
how's
Sports
round number
Jeopardy.
one?
Throughout the
Not
duration
Sports
of the
Jeopardy,
match, no
regular
competitor
Jeopardy.
is allowed to
I want to do
solicit
Sports
roommate
Jeopardy.
Services. I'm looking in your direction, Jeff
Damn,
Sneider.
Patrick, I'll be waiting for the
In
phone
round number
call.
one, each competitor and the field will hear 8 questions from 8 different movie trivia categories. Each question
My
is
phone
worth 1
number
point. There's
is.
no penalty for missing a question. There's no stealing in round one.
You thought I was
This
going
is
to give
the
it away,
format,
did you?
But in round one, you must rely only upon
Stupid
your own
people.
wits and movie trivia knowledge. You cannot consult with your teammate until round number 2. And I will remind each competitor and teams of your 3 usages of the JTE rules.
It'll
throughout the
matter.
match.
Won't
You
be
need to
writing
hear a
many
question
right
again,
answers
you weren't sure you heard it,
down.
or you need to buy yourself some time. Use a JTE rule, and each team has 1 challenge. to
JTE?
use
I think one of the
between
people
them
on that
as they
table might know
will.
who that
The
player
Odd
is.
Couple and Team Seb's. The Odd Couple. Are you ready?
Are you, baby?
I believe I'd already said that before you were introduced. And Team Seb's, are you ready?
Ready.
We are so ready.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! There we go. The winner of this match will go on to play the Paddington 2, Alonzo Durante.
I wonder who that was.
Don't you dare not put
Spoilers.
in front of Paddington 2.
I
They
said
made
the
a point
Paddington
about
2. I
that.
know. All right, here we go, guys.
First category of the match comes from the world of action adventure. And your question is, in the Predator franchise, what color is the Predator's blood? Seen that movie once or twice?
I love it. 5, 4,
Favorite Schwarzenegger?
3, no, 2, Junior, 1.
Junior.
Pens down,
It was
please,
green.
And Sneider.
Green?
Correct. Sean.
Isn't it neon green?
Yep,
yeah.
that works.
Neon green-ish.
Yes, and Mantz.
Going with Prince Purple.
So both the Odd Couple get it. Seb's only 1.
Oh, I'm thinking Klingon
Come
blood
on,
is purple.
Scott. It's like, they're like
Of
Vulcans.
course.
Green blood. Come on now.
That's why Ming the Merciless
You should
is
know
blood is
everybody that's
purple.
got green blood.
All right,
okay,
question,
all right.
question 2. Question 2 comes from the realm of the 80s. Who plays prankster Carrie Mahoney in the Police Academy comedy franchise?
All right. Favorite Police Academy movie?
First one.
No, I go with Miami Beach.
Which one's that?
Mission Miami Beach.
5, 4,
I
3,
don't believe in this.
2, 1. And Sean Gerber.
Steve Gutenberg?
Correct. Mark Andreyko.
Steve Gutenberg.
Yep, and Mantz.
Emma Stone.
Incorrect. Emma
I
Stone.
had John
Hey.
Candy.
I
not even
also had Emma Stone.
Oh, you didn't have it. So only so 3-2. Only the
Wow.
only Sean and Andreyko had it. Yummy, yummy.
Lack
yummy,
of
yummy.
respect shown for comedy
Been
legend
a while
Steve
since I've seen a
Gutenberg.
Police Academy movie.
I know, right? Me too.
Wow.
All right. Your next question
Yummy,
comes
yummy.
from the world of dramas. In the world of dramas, your question is, what 2005 film stars Ralph Fiennes as a widower determined to unravel the corporate conspiracy surrounding his wife's murder in Kenya?
Rafe.
I think he answers to Ralph.
Well, because people get it wrong. Yeah. 5,
You're the first person to ever connect those 2 things.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Mark Andreyko.
I don't got it.
All right. Mantz.
Constant Gardner?
That's correct. Sneider.
The Constant Gardener.
Correct. Gerber.
I didn't have it.
Didn't have it. So they're going back and forth here.
I ran.
4-3. So far, so good.
Look
Let's go to the next
around.
question.
I'm still here.
Family Films.
And it was wrong. Are you surprised?
Family Films. This is a tough one. What is the name of Pete's Dragon in Pete's Dragon?
I have a follow-up question.
Yes.
What is the name of the
Dragon.
boy in the movie Pete's Dragon?
Dragon.
Is this the
At a
same
50-50
one?
shot.
Is it?
5, 4, 3,
They give you a hint with the apostrophe.
2.
Yes.
Is it Puff?
Pens down. Mantz.
Pete.
Incorrect. Snyder.
Earl.
Incorrect. Sean.
I don't have it.
And Mark?
Smaug.
No. Sorry. Elliot.
Oh, that's right.
Wow. Christian didn't like the question. I loved it, and none of the competitors got it right. Look at that. We move
Why
on
wasn't
to
it
fantasy
Puff?
science fiction.
Come on now.
Fantasy sci-fi.
Opportunity
The
ruined.
question is, in the recently released Ready Player One, to retrieve the second key, the heroes must navigate through a virtual simulation of what famous horror film? If you had a dragon, what would you name it? Would you go Elliot?
Fireface.
Would you go Smout? Fireface.
Come here, Fireface. 5.
You don't leave much to subtlety,
4,
do you?
Nah. 3, 2.
It's Friday the 13th.
Stop chewing on my shoes, Fireface. Pens down, please. And Scott. Nope. Jeff Snyder.
The Shining.
Yep.
The Shining.
Yes.
The Shining.
And
The Shining. I drew mine with the little boy
he's
with
scared.
Danny Torrance.
Yeah, he's
See that?
scared. Oh, wow. All right. Here we go. Next question is comedies.
Horrified
I
kid
don't
on
think
that.
you'll do in the poster.
Comedies.
Comedy.
Which Friends actor stars alongside Chris Farley in 1998's Almost Heroes?
Friends top 10 sitcoms of all time.
Yeah. 5.
Of all time?
Yeah. Breaking Bad's number 1. 4, 3,
Because
2,
it's Matthew Perry.
1.
I don't know how
Pens
to be.
down, please. And Sean.
Matthew Perry?
Yes. Andreyko.
Matthew Perry.
Scott.
Matthew Perry.
And Snyder.
Matthew Perry.
nice
Could
ruse.
they be any more right?
Oh, nice. All right, next question.
Could they be any more?
Hang on, I'm milking the joke.
No, it didn't work the first time.
I'm
Let's
sticking
go.
the landing. We move on to horror thriller. And your question is, the sinisterly perfect suburban town in Stepford Wives is located in which New England state?
Could I be wearing any more clothes? You can stop now. 5.
That was when Joey
4.
put all
I know.
Chandler's clothes on.
3,
I'll just say Maine.
2, 1. Pens down. Andreyko.
Maine.
Incorrect. Mantz.
Rhode Island.
Incorrect.
You guys fucking
Snyder.
kidding me?
Snyder.
Connecticut.
Yes, and
I
Gerber.
had Vermont.
Only Snyder gets it.
New England, baby.
Snyder gets it, and Roxy Stryer screaming and
Wow.
yelling.
Patriots question.
Last question here. Last question. Animated. Rumpelstiltskin is the villain. Wait. Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't say his name 3 times or he'll steal your baby.
You gotta say it this way. Hold on. Rumpelstiltskin is the villain in which installment of the Shrek franchise? I need the actual name of the movie.
Yeah, I think that's what the character does. Steals babies.
5.
Does he eat
4.
them?
No. What are you, heathen? 3.
What does he
Heathen?
do, raise 'em?
It's 2. Yeah.
I just
1.
eat 'em.
I'll say
Make
Shrek the
sandwiches
Third.
for 'em. Hands down. And Scott Mantz.
Shrek the Third.
It's incorrect.
I also had Shrek the Third.
So did I.
And
I had Shrek Happily Ever After.
ooh, close.
Oh.
Shrek Forever After is the answer. Shrek Forever After. All right.
I never
And
saw that one.
Andreyko just doesn't even react to the news that he got it wrong. He simply packs up his face and goes about his
All right,
business.
so it's 9-7 here. The
That's all
odd
that
couple.
matters.
Odd couple has a 2-point lead.
This is
All
a barn,
right.
This is a barn burner.
All right, here we go, guys. Round number 2.
I'm not gonna lie.
And Mark, how does round 2 work?
I'm
In
actually
round
I
number
actually
2,
thought
each
Mark and
team,
Jeff would
yes,
be
team,
a
you're
little further
allowed to
ahead than
consult with your
this.
teammate on each and every question in round number 2.
Definitely makes
You're
my
going to get a spin at
knockout
the
prediction
wheel. The
look
wheel
kind
of
of
justice,
stupid.
doom, perhaps your fate. Each wheel slice contains 6 questions from said movie category. Each question is worth
But
2 points.
still early.
If you're not sure of the
Maybe
answer,
I'll end up
you can ask
looking
us for multiple choice.
somewhat
We'll
smart.
give you 4 options. One of them is the correct choice, at which point the value of the question goes down
Not
to
looking
1.
too likely,
I will
though.
remind each competitor in both teams, stealing is available in round number 2. So if your team doesn't get it, there is a chance the other team
Stealing's
could
available,
steal those
but watch
points
out.
from
Serena
you.
Williams will call
We
you a
give each
thief.
team a spin at the wheel, and I will note that the wheel is sponsored. The actual wheel is sponsored by one of our beloved Schmoedown patrons from the movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon, and that is Tobias Mustard. Thank you, Tobias, for sponsoring the wheel. And the sponsored slices for today's match are Cameron Diaz and movie release dates, fittingly for both.
Wait a minute.
All right.
What the fuck is this?
Can't do it. Can't do it.
What is this?
You can't do it.
That is
It's
bullshit.
part of the rules.
That's Ben
That
Bateman.
is bullshit.
It's on the rules.
Everyone watching
you
the
signed
movie
a
Trivia
document.
Schmoedown.
You signed it.
You
That
signed a
face
notarized
does not
document.
belong on movie release
but
dates.
you
Yeah, it should
signed
be
it.
Sam
You all
Levine, right?
know whose face belongs on movie release dates.
Sam Levine.
This guy belongs on
all
movie
right, you
release
gotta say
dates.
it.
Schmoedown
That face
guy
will not stick
belongs
around.
on
So
movie
order in the
release
courtroom,
dates.
Bateman,
You're looking
order
at
in
him
the
go.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
You guys both have both teams.
And
have
anyway,
all your
just
JTE
start
rules, you have
singing
your
"You're welcome."
challenges. So
I welcome
Unlike the
it.
Patriots, we will let
I
them
welcome
go.
singing "You're welcome."
All right, here we
You're
go.
welcome.
Spin it, my
Welcome.
friend.
Make sure you spin it from the side.
Spin
Don't
movie
hurt.
release dates.
Sean Gerber's going to spin for Seb's, and here we go.
Not the
Here's the
pegs.
spin.
Christian, I just received word that we have a third wheel slice is sponsored by a Schmoedown patron, and that slice is Samuel L. Jackson movie.
Okay, I love it. All right, so let's see.
Samuel L. Jackson films. Here it comes
coming
around. Opponent's choice, spinner's choice, lurking on the wheel. We could be looking at classics.
Classics.
Mantz might like it.
Mantz wants to go with it.
And
Gerber's got to trust his partner.
Good spin.
Christian,
Good
this
spin.
seems to me to be a clear
Classics.
example of Mantz saying, I want this category. I don't know how much Gerber actually knows about classics. In the world of classics, gentlemen of Team SEB'S, your first question is a similar sounding one.
5
to a
questions
round one
about Citizen Kane.
What New England state was the setting of the lodge in White Christmas?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, New Hampshire, B, New York, C, Vermont, or D, Connecticut?
New York.
Incorrect for the steal.
That is incorrect. Is it A, New Hampshire, B, New York, C,
Probably
Vermont,
Connecticut
or D,
again.
Connecticut?
For 1 point.
Vermont.
For 1 point.
Or it's Vermont, the one that nobody
know
thinks
New
of.
York is not a New England man. What?
New York State?
No.
Learn
We move on
something
to your
new.
next question, and that is, who directed the 1944 classic film noir Double Indemnity?
Double Indemnity.
Film
that
noir.
would be
Every time I think of film noir, I
Five.
just think of who's on it anyway.
Three.
wait.
Can you repeat
Two.
the question?
Yeah,
Repeat the
Question,
question.
repeat the question. Who directed the 1944 classic film noir Double Indemnity?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Billy Wilder, B,
Billy
Elliot
Wilder.
Kazan?
One
Billy
point.
Wilder.
Okay.
All right.
Cut me off. I don't need to talk.
Sean Gerber doing a nice
job.
move there.
Hey,
Sean
in the
Gerber,
crowd,
very
let's keep
good
it down
user
over there in the
of
Roca
chemistry
Riley
over there.
corner.
Well, Sean Gerber was smart to call out the repeat. That's one. All right, here we go.
Next question. In the world of classics is, in The Great Escape, who plays Lieutenant Danny Tunnel King Belinsky, the talented digger with claustrophobia?
Have you noticed that I'm good at classics?
Multiple choice.
I'd rather get
Is it A,
plastics.
James Garner, B, Steve McQueen, C, Charles Bronson, or D,
Charles
James
Bronson.
Coburn?
What the
It's gonna be Charles Bronson.
Give them a point.
Point.
All right.
Okay, 1 point.
Navigating their way around this nicely. Your next question. In the world of classics, who plays Prince Faisal in Lawrence of Arabia?
Multiple choice.
Scott keeps
Is it
looking
A, Omar
over, and
Sharif,
Sean's like,
B, Alec
"Don't look at
Guinness,
me.
C, Peter O'Toole,
You wanted
or D,
this."
Anthony Quinn?
Omar Sharif.
Your choices are Omar Sharif, Alec Guinness, Peter O'Toole, or Anthony Quinn.
Five.
Anthony Quinn.
Incorrect. Looking for Obi-Wan Kenobi himself, Alec Guinness.
Because he looks Arabic.
Looking for Alec Guinness. All right, we go back to Team SEB'S. This question's for you. Your
Help
question
me out
is,
here, April.
what West Coast city provided the setting for the 1941 classic, The Maltese Falcon?
When I almost fails, say San Francisco.
I just think classics like 80s movies.
That's modern.
That is a, yeah,
Five,
that's modern class.
4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Los Angeles,
It's on there.
B, San Diego,
I'll stick with
C,
San Francisco. That's what it always is.
Los Angeles.
That is incorrect. Your options for the steal are A, Los Angeles, B, San Diego, C, San Francisco, or D, Portland.
San Francisco?
Give them a point, and the
It's
odd
always
couple
San
somehow
Francisco.
managed a
Whenever you
2-point lead
hear
over
West
Team
Coast
Seb's, even though
City,
it's Team Seb's
you
is
just say San
spin at the wheel.
Francisco.
They selected classics. A little controversial up here.
Planet of the
as to
Apes,
why they would do that. They
Godzilla,
did. Now they find themselves needing to get this
X-Men
question right
3,
without the aid of multiple choice
San Fran,
in order
San
to be
Fran, San
tied
Fran,
with
San
the
Fran.
odd couple. And your
It's always
last
San
question in round number 2 is, in the 1959 classic Ben-Hur, where does Judah Ben-Hur eventually find his mother and sister?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, leper colony, B, prison, C, Masala's home, or D, graveyard?
I wanted to spin again.
We should have.
5, 4.
C.
That is incorrect. Your options once again for the steal odd couple.
You don't need
Graveyard?
Is it?
What is
That
it?
is incorrect. It is a leper colony. And with that, the odd couple doesn't get that last steal, but it's still 11-9. They haven't even spun the wheel yet.
No, they
Christian
could put
Harlow.
it. They could, if they have a great round here, they could knock out Seb's. But then again, they could have a terrible round, and Seb's can make a comeback here. So it's up to the former.
Well, unfortunately, in my prediction about a knockout, something became
speaking of
quite
terrible
more
rounds,
possible.
What happened? I mean, they took
That did not go
classics.
well. That did
Scott
not
Mantz has
go
seen a
well.
lot of movies. As has Sean Gerber.
Well, you heard Mantz. I think he was looking for.
Oh, I can
modern
dance like that
classics.
too, Jeff.
I mean, clearly
Come on
the wheel
now.
slice
Step
indicates
the game
that those
up.
are really old movies that are
That's true.
beloved.
Well, I think that was the thing is that Mantz. A good spin by Sneider there.
Sneider staring right at Scott Mantz. Christian, this could get physical.
You can hear Roxy Stryer, who is now.
Don't ever want to get physical with JTH.
Right, it's not going to be opponent's choice. It could be Spinner's, as a matter of fact.
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
Spinner's choice, and
Now, what did
the
they
crowd
pick?
does not know what to think of the turn this match has taken in round number 2.
Where are they going here? Where are they going to go? Can they put it at?
Movie release dates.
He's not.
Roxy trying to do her best to manage two very strong egos up there at the desk. We need an answer, odd couple.
Need an answer.
Need an answer. Got it. Need an answer.
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
I beat you to it. $10 for
All
me.
right, they have selected Cameron Diaz, and once again,
Cameron
I want to thank
Diaz.
Tobias Mustad for sponsoring the wheel. That is one of the 3 slices that are sponsored. Cameron Diaz, alongside movie release dates and Sam Jackson.
Cameron Diaz.
6 questions.
That bitch.
6 questions for the odd couple here. 6 questions. Here we go. Question 1. Who directed 2000's Charlie's Angels?
McGee.
For 2 points.
Okay.
All right, next question. Who co-stars with Cameron Diaz as her husband in
Oh,
the
that's
comedy
Jason
Sexy?
Segel.
Jason Segel.
2 points.
Christian, we could be well on the way to the knockout already.
Who played gym teacher Russell Geddes that is smitten with Cameron Diaz?
It's Jason Segel. And they're laughing, they know.
5, 4, 3.
It's
Multiple
Jason
choice?
Segel.
Is it A, Jason Segel, B, Justin Timberlake, C, Chris O'Dowd, D, Dane Cook?
Jason Segel.
1 point. All right, next question.
Is that for real?
7-point game.
Is that even
3
legal?
questions left.
All right. What film saw Cameron portray?
Could you at least swap those questions around from questions 2 and 3 to maybe 2 and 5? Like 2 and 3 back to back. Jason Segel, Jason Segel. Man,
3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Segel ain't gotten that much
A,
attention
Charlie's
since
Angels, B,
the
Night and
Muppets
Day,
movie.
C, Gangs of New York, D, Bad Teacher.
Night and Day.
Incorrect. Your choices are A, Charlie's Angels, B, Night and Day, C, Gangs of New York, D, Bad Teacher.
Gangs of New York.
1 point steal. What a huge steal, Christian. That steal right there guarantees a round 3 will be played in some capacity.
Damn it.
All right, so next one.
Now I'm sad. My prediction
What supermodel
is
stars
ruined.
alongside Cameron Diaz and Leslie Mann in The Other Woman?
Kate Upton.
2 points. Yeah. And your last question here. Last question.
Leslie Mann.
Okay.
George of the Jungle fame.
Cameron Diaz and James Marsden star as husband and wife in what 2009 psychological thriller?
The Box.
2 points.
2 points in the outcome.
They were 1 point away from my knockout prediction.
Of a knockout, but Team Sebs does advance. But Christian, they need to get all three
I
of their
almost looked like a
questions
genius,
correct
but
before
no.
the odd couple
I'm a
has to think
fool.
about anything else in the
I'm
world of
sorry,
movie
Scott
trivia. How
Mantz
do
and
you see
Sean
it going
Gerber,
down?
for thinking
It's really
you'd
tough
get
right
knocked
now.
out.
It's going to be hard for Sebs to. They got to get all 3 questions, and they got to hope the odd couple misses all 3.
Every one of their questions,
in order to put it into sudden death. But stranger things have happened in the movie trivia Schmoedown. How does round 3 work?
Round 3 works where all competitors must, in this round, take their smelly feet off the table. Each team is going to give us 3 numbers.
smelly
They range from
Batman
1
feet.
to 20. Those numbers will correspond to a different movie trivia category. Because the odd couple is in a commanding 10-point lead, we're going to receive their numbers first. This is the team format, but for your 2-point question and your 3-point question, that's an individual exercise. Once you hear the category for the 2-pointer, each team must decide which team member is going to be answering that question. The other team member will be answering the 3-pointer. You may only confer with one another for your 5-point question. Like I said, the odd couple, now that they have obeyed all the rules of round 3, will give us their 3 numbers first.
13.
6.
5.
Jeff, what are you
13,
doing?
6, and 5 for the odd couple, and for Sebs.
7.
Don't worry. You're probably not going to have to worry about
7, 4, and
answering
15.
a question.
All right, Sebs will be up first with their 2-pointer was number 7. That would be in the category of coming of age. Coming of age. All right, so who would like to take coming of age?
You wanted 80s classics, so you're probably going to get one here.
Why the hell not? Let's do it.
All right, here we go, guys. Scott, coming of age. In Mean Girls, which character said the quote, "Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen"?
You got it.
The only character I know from Mean Girls is Regina George.
5, 4.
Which character or which actress?
Can you repeat the question?
Yep, can I repeat the question? In Mean Girls, which character said the quote, "Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen"?
Tina Fey.
And your winners, by way of
Did you literally say Tina Fey as a character from Mean Girls? Oh, God.
played like the seasoned pro in that.
Yes, Sean Gerber really knows his way around a movie trivia Schmoedown match. He had a lot of good advice for Scott Mantz. Unfortunately, not all that was taken. Hence, they selected classics when they spun it instead of going for the respin. Christian, this could have been a very different match.
Well, I think Gerber just, Gerber wanted to give Mantz respect as the competitor that's been around for a little bit. But Gerber wanted to spin again in round 2. Gerber used the JTE rules right away. Gerber looked like the pro in this match, I got to be honest with
Yeah, and Scott Mantz probably still reeling from the realization that his face is no longer upon the movie release date's wheel slice. He carries around the old one as though he was a burnout high school quarterback drinking at Chili's with his Letterman's jacket at the age of 45. And then you look at the odd couple, Christian. Is it the best chemistry I've ever seen with a team? No. But what did we say before the match? All they have to do is get up in front of the spotlight, and I think a lot of that goes to the coaching of Roxy Stryer. They were able to focus on the match itself, and clearly dropping 20 points without having to get to round 3, that's impressive.
The odd couple is a team made up of, again, some of the best competitors that we have. And like you said, if they can get on the same page, then they're going to be pretty devastating. But they do not have an easy second-round match. They're going up against Matt Atchity and Alonzo Duralde, who already have shown that they are a team to be reckoned with. I mean, that team, that's that's going to be a tough match for these guys in round 2.
Yeah, I think when you really boil it down, I think the Odd Couple should be a favorite going into any match after seeing what they were able to do today. But sometimes you get a little soft if you get a knockout because you showed a lot of movie trivia prowess in one match. How do you navigate round 3? We never saw them had to do what Gerber and Mantz had to do, which is make the decision, which can be tough at times. Who's taking the 2-point question?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, though. Mark Andreyko is starting to make a strong pitch for Player of the Year because if you look at, granted, he just lost that match to Bibiani, but he has gotten himself to a title match. He is now going into the second round of the tournament. He's having a hell of a year right now, and I would say that Bibiani or still Sam Levine, those are the guys in contention with him at the moment because he's playing solid. All right, now we're going to talk to Jen Sturger, who is with the victors, the Odd Couple and SEB'S, the unfortunate losers for today. Take it away, Jen.
What's up, guys? I'm here with the Odd Couple, and I don't know whether I'm in the Jamie Kennedy experiment or what's happening with this outfit, but congratulations on a well-fought match.
It must
Roxy,
be casual
you got to be
Friday.
feeling pretty good. I know you've been put in kind of an odd situation with Mike Kalinowski.
Oh yeah, that jerk. I'm feeling really good though because they're not gonna do a mic to me. They're gonna stay with me and they're gonna stay with each other. And we saw today that even though they're odd, they are capable of working together with a little bit of help. Communication, boys. We gotta, because these teams we're going up against, they're not going to be as much of a breeze for us to get through. So we got to make sure we're talking to each other.
For a first match, I thought Mark and I did pretty good together. You know, when I ended up getting Spinner's Choice on that wheel, we had to sort of rush out an answer. We were debating because I wanted to do crime movies or new releases. He wanted to do 80s or musicals. Cameron Diaz was just the only thing we could agree on.
I thought I was going to have an actual heart attack when you guys picked Cameron Diaz, which was not in the conversations we had before, but you did it.
We both jammed studying Cameron Diaz backstage. So, and once again, it was a half and half. The things I'm really good at that I wanted, he's not, and vice versa. So we had to pick the lesser of however many wedges there are evils. But I need to take the time right now to apologize because you've said communication, and we worried about communication, and I was the one that answered early without consulting with Jeff. So I was the bad seed in this one. So
I know. I was worried he was going to bully you into a pick, but then you bullied him.
That comes with championship experience, Andreyko.
Got it there.
Okay. And obviously, you know, you guys are looking to go against the Paddington 2 next, but you've got to be looking somewhere down the line that you may have to face your ex-teammate JTE.
If it comes to that, so be it. I'm ready to take him on and put him in the ground. But Andreyko and I are not looking past the task at hand, which is taking down Atchity and Duraldi. I think that they're a good team. I just think we're a better one.
Yeah, they're definitely a task, but I think you guys proved today that you're a force to be reckoned with, and you can take it all the way.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's fun. You know, this one after the loss to Bibbs for the title, this one I'm approaching with much more stress. It's fun, and I think being more relaxed makes your brain less clenched up. So I'm excited. I think we did as better than I would have expected for a first time in this. So
TKO.
Absolutely. So what are you guys going to do going forward to improve your chemistry?
We're going to go out to lunch, and we're going to grab some drinks, and we're going to make sure that we're friends, and we are on the same page about all the things moving forward.
And Roxy's buying.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm buying.
Management always buys.
Ooh, we'll see about that one. Okay, fine.
He or she who asks for the lunch is the one who
I will
buys.
do whatever it takes to make sure you guys are victorious because I feel as if I played a very big part in the victory today.
You did. I looked over to you for inspiration, for wisdom. You delivered way better than Tom Dagnino has lately for me. I snapped a 3-game losing streak with this.
Well, I will say this. After working with Emma and now with Roxy, I will never have a male manager again. The women are the best managers in the league.
I'll take it.
Oh, guys. Gerber Mantz.
Yeah. Gerber Mantz. What was that? That was my fault. My fault. That was my fault. That was my fault. I played shit. I played like shit. I didn't confer with my teammate here. You know, I'm either really good at this or I'm the worst Schmoedown player in the history. Today, I was the worst Schmoedown player in history, but I have to say that the wheel, I thought classics was like the modern classics. I don't know, it was like the classics, and it was too late for me to change it.
Do you think that seeing Ben Bateman's face on your slice had any impact on how you played?
Yeah, that threw me, for sure. You win, Ben. Yep, for sure. That absolutely threw me. But no, I mean, I did not converse with my teammate here. We didn't play like a team, and that was totally my fault.
And Gerber, I saw you shaking your head after
Yeah.
that Regina George Mean Girls question.
I had it. Yeah.
You had it?
Of course I had it. You have to know Regina George.
God. Oh, that was horrible. Jeez, I just played like shit.
I mean, we still would have.
I'm sorry,
We
man.
still had 8 points to make up, and they would have had to miss every question in round 3 after that anyway. It's a team game, no matter what. I should have objected. It's not. When he wanted to stick with classics, I really should have checked that and said, "Are you sure?" Because we had a strength of his movie release dates still on the board. We had a strength of mine, comic book movies still on the board. So even though I was hitting the repeat the question, that's not enough. You got to put yourself in a position to get the right answer, and we didn't do that.
And as you mentioned, you did play a really good technical game. It's just the
I'm very
knowledge.
technically sound, but the knowledge has to be there.
Mantz is just sound.
I just picked the wrong piece on that spin wheel. I just picked the wrong piece. I thought it was modern classics, not classics.
So obviously you're out of the tournament now,
Yep.
but what are you going to do to get your slice back, man?
I don't know. What I want to do, if he's up for it, and this is totally up to him, but I'm game, just have an all movie release dates challenge, and whoever wins that truly deserves to have their face on that piece of the pie. Are you down for that, Bateman? Come on.
I don't know if any of us are ready for that yet.
That would be a hell of a thing. I think actually people would really want to see that. I want to see that.
On mute.
Odd couple, I mean, you see them still. They're not necessarily on the same page behind the scenes.
Felix and Oscar.
Yeah, but you look, Sneider is talking about JTE, playing JTE down the line. And then you've got the fact that they've got to really focus on Alonzo and Matt first. But this is a team, look, that second round matchup, that's a it can go anyway.
Yeah, and they had sort of an arbitrary wheel slice that they ended up taking. It was a Patreon slice, so we appreciate that, but it was Cameron Diaz. I mean, imagine what's going to happen with the odd couple when one of them really locks in on a category in round 2, and I have a feeling that this is only going to galvanize them and their team chemistry. Like we said, Roxy Strider coaching these gentlemen pretty hard. I think they're going to have round 3 together when they need to use it, probably in the next match.
Well, you're right, and I think that that's the thing that stood out in the pre, and that's what stood out in the post, is that Roxy Strider is really championing these two. She's really behind the both of them, like excited about this team, excited about what the future could hold for the odd couple.
She could take Jeff Sneider to finishing school. I don't think that would hurt anything.
Well, we're going to see. To get some kind of outfit, you need some kind of change in the next round because those socks stink. As we get now to the round number 1 is underway, and man, what a round 1 it has been. You guys were able to fill out brackets. How are your brackets doing? How have you been doing so far as we are underway in this tournament? Make sure you join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. That's right. Sign up a lot of different tiers. You want
I haven't had to post my ruined bracket gift yet. So that's a win.
That out. Make sure that you join that tier.
And then, of course, when it finally shows up, it'll be an even bigger win.
For you guys, and thank you for joining. Thanks to all the patrons.
Thanks to all the patrons, and thank you for tuning in to the Schmoedown Rundown. Join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook group, and thank you to Christian Harloff for changing.
Well, it's a good shirt.
Thank you. No Frankie Stats Janish. I have a feeling that this is going to be a recurring trend for the tournament. Maybe Frank will show up at some point, but who knows. So that was the match. I was 1 point away from hitting the knockout prediction. It didn't happen, so I looked stupid. Very, very stupid. But yeah, I mean, there's not really much more that can be said. They pretty much explained and said everything that needed to be said. That was just, it was really unfortunate because I thought the chemistry of Scott and Sean would actually work really well together, even though I didn't really think they had a lot of strengths that meshed. They just didn't work as a team very well, and they pretty much said that flat out. I like what I saw from Mark and Jeff, but at the same time, they hinted that they didn't quite hit it off as a team either, and with them playing Alonzo and Matt in round 2, 2 people that know each other very, very well, have the chemistry, have the knowledge, know each other's strengths, know each other's weaknesses. That's the reason why I have Matt and Alonzo going a long way in this tournament, because while a lot of these teams are still trying to figure out their own games, Matt and Alonzo, they've already got that covered, which is why they're not going to have to worry about, thinking about what they should take and what they do know and what they don't know. With them not having to worry about any of that, I think they can. I think they've got a real chance to win the whole thing. I don't have them winning the whole thing, but I do think they can do some serious damage. But that's going to be a really fun match. I'm really looking forward to seeing how Mark and Jeff will turn the page and go into this round 2 match with 2 guys who not only are very good players, but have good chemistry with each other. As far as Scott and Sean, well, better look like next year. There's really not much more that can really be good in there. Only like maybe Scott and Sean will go to that lunch. Hashtag lunch and beer. That's usually probably the best thing to do after a debilitating loss like that. So with that being said, that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Like, comment, share, subscribe to all their content and all of mine if you like to. Always watch their content first. It's the right thing to do. Follow me on Twitter at WWEJTH1. Follow the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown Twitter page at the Schmoedown. And join the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page where you could talk to me and players and all fans alike. So with that being said, this is JTH. Thank you for watching this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And until next time, I bid you adieu.